going on, guys? Chris Bonner here, Overtime Athletes. I got a special video for you guys today. Came all the way down here to Coconut Creek, Florida at American Top Team, and I wanted to introduce you guys to my man Phil Daru. Thank you so much. I noticed a lot of fighters and people asking me to bring up content with fighting, and I'm not specialized in that. However, I do have a good friend here who works with damn near everybody in the fight game who's doing it right now. So you know, I wanted to bring you guys a video full of value to be able to talk about a little bit about, you know, fighting. I think one of the best things that we can kind of share with these guys up front is like we were just talking, and we were talking about your approach to each fighter. Like, you're working with a lot of top guys who are, you know what I mean, they come into you, they only have a series of their camp, you know what I mean? And then you gotta obviously, you basically are the director of performance here. So it's, you know, essentially, you know, if you wanna talk a little bit about like from start to finish, how you approach it, as far as designing to optimize them for the fight.
Yeah, I mean, first when they come in, I make sure that I get a needs analysis. We understand the assessment from the entire spectrum, from how long they've been fighting, what's their background in martial arts, if they're a wrestler, kickboxer, whatever. From there, then I'll go into and give them a full physical assessment just to see where their discrepancies are, where their imbalances lie, things like that. And then from there, I can kind of formulate the program ahead of time. But like we've seen already, I got guys from all different walks of life at fights at all different times, some heavyweights, some bantamweights. So I have to make sure that I'm auto-regulating on a daily basis and in time. So I have a system in place, but as far as from an individual perspective, it's all subjected to the individual. So what I make sure I'm able to do is, if they have a dysfunction here or an injury here or bumps and bruises through training, I have to make sure that I'm ready and capable of either regressing them or progressing them to where they're at. So that's my main focus, what I do here, and that's what I feel separates me, because I understand the sport in general. I was a fighter. I fought for 8 years professionally. I still compete jiu-jitsu. So I mean, I understand the sport entirely. I can take a look at a fighter and actually see what they need from a corrective standpoint, from a strength standpoint, just by looking at how they move and how in their background.
Right. And when you do a needs analysis, like I often talk about, you know, with different sports, I'm constantly looking at that weakness that they might particularly have. Now, when you have somebody who comes in with a fight, do you base it on that fight, or do you base it on that particular person's weakness? Like, say, for instance, you have somebody coming in, you know, fighter X, he's coming in, his cardio is really bad. Is that going to be a focus for you, or are you trying to optimize power? Are you trying to elevate everything? Where do you place your emphasis? Where do you start to see what you want to do for that particular fight?
Yeah, that's a good question. So basically what I try to do is I try to get them before they actually start camp.
Gotcha.
So if I can get them out of camp, I can put together a full general physical preparedness program. Exactly.
Gotcha.
So that's when we'll kind of work on more of our weaknesses there and try to build up that work capacity, try to build up that fitness. So when they get into camp, they're already ready to go. They don't have to get ready. Then from there, we can kind of assess, you know, the individual's, you know, opponent. And then I can work on, okay, what we need to work on to be strong, to be dominant in the fight. But at the same time, we always want to make sure we're bringing up weaknesses, we're bringing up deficiencies. So a lot of corrective exercises, but also I'm making sure that they're ready for the fight itself. So in camp, it's kind of more specified, and it gets obviously more based upon their fight, getting closer to the fight. But from a general perspective, outside of camp, and we're talking 12 weeks out to around 8 weeks out, because 8 weeks is really when we start to really pick up on skills and tactical training. So physical preparation becomes the lower end of the hierarchy. So what I try to do is I try to make sure that we're getting that base of strength and endurance into camp, and then from there we can just fine tune, auto-regulate, deload if we have to, and then go from there.
Gotcha. Excellent, excellent. Well, man, I appreciate it so much, bro. I appreciate you having me.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
That offers to you guys. I'll kind of go over a couple more videos that he's had. He's allowed us to kind of shadow him and show some of what he's doing with his actual guys. So check it out.